You hear that? Beautiful, ain't it? Just beautiful. All of it. Every bit of it.
There were once passageways to the old world. Strange trails, hidden paths. You turn a corner and suddenly find yourself face to face with the great mystery, the foundation of all things. And even though that old world is gone now, in his time, he traveled west to within a few dozen miles of the Pacific, though he'd never seen the ocean itself, and as far east as the town of Libby, 40 miles inside Montana. He never knew for sure the year or day of his birth. One of his earliest memories was that of observing the mass deportation of 100 or more Chinese families from the town. Granier was baffled by the casualness of the violence. He quit attending school in his early teens, and the next 2 decades passed without much direction or purpose. He felt that nothing much attracted his interest, until Gladys introduced herself as if women did things like that every day.
Hello.
And maybe they did.
Hello.
All we need now is a ceremony to prove it. I always wanted a dog.
Okay. Open the door, come on.
Okay.
All of a sudden, life made sense to Granier. As if he'd been pulling hard the wrong way, and was now turned around and headed downstream. He worked alongside men who came from faraway lands he'd never even heard of. It was a comfort to him how easily they all fell in with each other, became temporary families. He'd never taken up with a railroad crew before, and he wished he'd never had.
When a dog pup can live on its own after its mama weans it away, dog knows more than a baby till the babe knows its words, and not just a few words.
I just want to hear your voice.
Well, fetch and come. Whatever it knows to do, it knows the words. Deep down, she knows it, even if she doesn't know she knows it yet. Don't worry. You'll have plenty of time to be her daddy.
It seemed that as soon as Granier felt used to being at home, logging season would come back around. Most without homes, without families. They moved from job to job, state to state, as the work dictated. And though little note was made of them in this world, they left a lasting impression on Granier. He once worked alongside a man 2 full months without exchanging a single word.
Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I've been trying to find this man for a very long time to deliver a message to him. The man shot my brother, Martin Brown, in cold blood in Gallup, New Mexico. He killed him only because of the color of his skin. If any of you take offense to what I just done here, let's have it out before I leave this place. I do not intend to spend the rest of my days looking over my shoulder.
These tents are from the Civil War.
That's right. Union infantry.
Warren, do you think that the bad things that we do follow us through life?
I don't know. I seen bad men raised up and good men brought to the knees. I reckon if I could figure it out, I'd be sleeping next to someone a lot better looking than you.
What was that song that you were singing?
It don't have a name. Just come to me.
Why don't you sing a little more?
No, I don't want to upset the Minnesota boys.
There seemed to be no end to the world's appetite for lumber. So they worked from sunrise until supper time. Granier worried more and more that something terrible was following him. That death would find him out here, far away from the only place he really wanted to be.
What?
Well, I'd be helpful. Like, I could make some money washing clothes. And
Well, I know you'd be helpful.
you told me some of the others have had their wives out there.
No, not some of the others, just that one old man.
Well, and that young couple from California.
They quit and disappeared after a week. And then besides, they didn't even have a little one. It's really dangerous.
I'm just trying to find a way is all.
Money was tighter for them than it ever had been. And though he didn't know it then, he would always look back on this time in his life as his happiest.
What do you got there?
That's because it's rough work, gentlemen. Not just on the body, but on the soul. We just cut down trees that have been here for 500 years. Upsets a man's soul whether he recognizes it or not.
I'll have $200 in my pocket tomorrow morning.
Don't bother my soul. Not one damn bit.
That's because you Minnesota fellas don't know nothing about history.
These trees are really that old.
Some's older even. This world is intricately stitched together, boys. Every thread we pull, we know not how it affects the design of things.
There's enough logs for us to cut for 1,000 years. And then when the last one's cut, well, first one will be growed up as big as anything around today.
My family is everywhere there's a smiling face. Never been somewhere I didn't have some family there. It's good having you around. Not too many folks I cross paths with more than once in this life. I see it as a blessing when they're brought back around.
I don't know where the years go, Orin.
Well, if you figure it out, let me know. I'd like to ask for a few back.
You hear that? Beautiful, ain't it? Just beautiful.
What is, Orin?
All of it. Every bit of it.
I'll pay you back for all this, I promise.
I ask you to.
Sure do appreciate you coming up to check on me.
Well, what if she encountered the Chief Wolf? Would he not take her just for the newness of the experience?
Newness of the experience.
Yeah.
What? Newness of the experience.
Can't believe he's still out here. I can barely keep up at my age.
Not much else I can do, but it's a living.
They told me about you, you know. People recommended you. You were different.
Ain't everybody different?
No. It's a good thing being different. As far as I see it, anyway.
I was just passing through and thought I'd just, check on you.
I watch the clouds form and the light change, and I get paid to do it. It's a gift.
And how'd you come to this?
I saw a flyer for the job opening just when I needed it. I had to get a recommendation from a family friend. In his words, Claire Thompson is absolutely devoid of the timidity normally associated with her sex. She possesses more than adequate work ethic.
It feels like the sadness will just eat me alive, but sometimes it feels like it happened to somebody else. Not when I should have been, I guess, and when they needed me the most. I never told anybody else that. You think that makes me sound crazy?
Nothing you do is crazy. You just go through what you go through. The little insects you can't even see, they play a role as vital as the river. The dead tree is as important as the living one. The world needs a hermit in the woods as much as a preacher in the pulpit.
A hermit.
He spent the rest of his days waiting, so he would be there if she ever came back. That night in the theater, he took in a curiosity show that promised a vision of a monster. He saw his face in a mirror for the first time in nearly a decade. He could see now the toll that the years had taken. He felt that he was only just beginning to have some faint understanding of his life, even though it was now slipping away from him.
Beautiful, ain't it? Just beautiful.
He'd never purchased a firearm or spoken into a telephone. But on that spring day, as he misplaced all sense of up and down, he felt, at last, connected to it all.
Beautiful, ain't it?
What is?
All of it. Every bit of it.